students, welcome to my channel Learning History Made Easy. In today's video, we'll be continuing with the second PUC Preparatory paper 2023. Today's paper will be about the 10-mark questions. So total 4 10-mark questions will be given, out of which you will have to answer any 2. So before going into the video, if anyone is seeing the channel for the first time or if you have not subscribed to my channel, please do subscribe and share it with your friends. And also click the bell button to receive notifications whenever I am uploading new videos. So without wasting time, let us get into today's video. So in today's video, I will be explaining 2 10-mark questions. So the first question, that is part D, 7th main, answer any 2 of the following questions in 30 to 40 sentences each. The 40th question, sketch the life and teachings of Buddha. This is a very important 10-mark question. So regarding this, first you will have to write about the life of Buddha. The question is in 2 parts, life and teachings. So in the first part, we will see about the life of Gautama Buddha. He was a founder of Buddhism and he was born at Lumbini Garden in 563 BC. His early name was Siddhartha. His parents were King Shuddhodana and Queen Maya Devi. Maya Devi died when Siddhartha was a child of 7 days, and he was brought up by his aunt Mahaprajapati Gautami. He married Princess Yashodhara at the age of 16. His son was Rahula. Once when Siddhartha went out of the palace, he saw an old man, a sick man, a funeral procession, and a sage. In the first 3 scenes, he saw only sorrows and suffering, and he found happiness in the 4th. These 4 sights affected the life of young Siddhartha, and he decided to renounce the worldly life. He left his wife, his child, parents, and the kingdom, and went out to find the cause for all the sorrows. This event is known as the Great Renunciation. He spent the life of a wandering ascetic. He attained enlightenment under a peepal tree at Gaya at the age of 35, and from then onwards he came to be known as Buddha, meaning the enlightened one. He was also called as Tathagata, meaning one who has realized the truth. His religion came to be called as Buddhism. He proceeded to the deer park near Saranath and delivered his first sermon. This was called Dharma Chakra Pravartana, or turning of the wheel of Dharma. The symbol of Buddhism is Dharma Chakra. Buddha traveled around and preached his principles for 45 years. His simple teachings attracted people towards Buddhism. He attained Parinirvana at Kushinagara in UP at the age of 80. Edwin Arnold called him the light of Asia. Buddha's birth, enlightenment, and death were all on the full moon day, Purnima. His birthday is famous as Buddha Purnima. So all these points you have to write as a first part of the answer, that is life of Buddha. Now going on to the second part, teachings of Buddha. Buddha preached 4 basic principles: Satya, truthfulness; Ahimsa, non-violence; Asteya, non-stealing; and Brahmacharya, chastity. He also preached 4 noble truths: Arya Satyas. Worldly life is full of sorrows. Desire is a root cause for sorrows. When desire ceases, rebirth ceases, and desire can be overcome by following Ashtanga Marga. Ashtanga Marga consists of right faith, right thought, right speech, right conduct, right effort, right meditation, right livelihood, and right mindfulness. Buddha gave importance to conduct, not rituals and sacrifices, and he was against caste system. He advocated equality and gave importance to ahimsa, and he admitted men and women of all castes into the Sangha. He did not refer to God. So all these points you have to add as the teachings of Gautama Buddha. So both together will become the 10-mark answer, life and teachings of Buddha. So and if you need a detailed explanation of any of these answers, as I always tell, you can go to the chapter wise videos. There all the topics have been explained in detail. Now let us move on to the 41st question. Critically examine the administrative experiments of Muhammad bin Tughlaq. So regarding Muhammad bin Tughlaq, 2-3 lines introduction we have to write. Then we will go on to the administrative experiments. He was the son of Ghiyasuddin Tughlaq, and his actual name was Prince Jauna Khan, and he ascended the throne with the title of Muhammad bin Tughlaq. He is known for his military and economic and administrative experiments. Now we will move on to the administrative experiments or reforms. The first one, increase of tax in the Doab area. The area between the river Ganga and Yamuna was very fertile, and Muhammad bin Tughlaq decided to increase the taxes in this area. Although it was a very practical decision, the tax hike was too steep, and it was introduced at a time when lack of rainfall had already created much problems. The farmers who were unable to pay were ruthlessly punished, and this measure made Muhammad bin Tughlaq very unpopular. So that was his first administrative experiment. Now let us move on to the second experiment, transfer of capital. The Sultan decided to shift the capital from Delhi to Devagiri to safeguard it from the Mongol invasion. He built a new city near Devagiri and named it as Daulatabad. Another reason for shifting the capital was proximity of Delhi to the border, and new capital was in the center of the empire. He wanted to shift the entire population. The reason for shifting the capital was very practical, but the method adopted was impractical. The entire population of Delhi was made to travel to Daulatabad, which was 1120 kilometers. The journey was very tiresome, and they had to pass through dense forest, heavy rain and diseases. This resulted in death and suffering of the people. Realizing his mistake, Sultan ordered all the people to march back to Delhi, and this caused many more casualties. This incident made him highly unpopular. So that was his second administrative experiment. First was increase in tax of Doab area. Second was transfer of capital from Delhi to Devagiri. Now the third experiment, token currency reforms. Muhammad bin Tughlaq carried out experiments on coin and currency. He wanted to save precious metals like gold and silver. For this reason, copper coins were issued, which are the same value of silver tanka. Minting copper coins was not retained as a monopoly of the government, and the empire was flooded with thousands of counterfeit copper coins. People started paying taxes with such coins, and coins lost their values. The Sultan recalled copper coin, and people were asked to exchange them with silver and gold coins. The royal treasury became empty, and the currency reform of Sultan utterly failed. So these were the three administrative experiments. Now as an ending, you can write a conclusion. Dr. V.S. Smith says that Muhammad bin Tughlaq was a compound of contradictions, and that is why he was called as a mixture of opposites. So these were the points to be added in the answer. Critically examine the administrative experiments of Muhammad bin Tughlaq. So I hope you have understood all these points very clearly. In case of any doubts, you can ask in the comment section or go to the chapter wise videos. And also don't forget to like, share and subscribe to my channel. Your likes and shares will be of a great encouragement for me to make more and more videos. So I hope to see you all soon in the coming video. Thank you for watching.